Oh, can we talk about how I got fired from 2 sales jobs in a row?
Oh, yes.
I go for
That's
it.
not where we were going, but I'd like to see tour.
What'd you do, babe? Let's say more.
Couldn't hit my fucking quota. No, that was my experience.
Sounds like the quota's the problem.
Yeah, so I'd love to think so. No, I have this like deep fear of inconveniencing people, and that's the job.
That's tough when you're cold calling because your job is to inconvenience people.
That's the job until they realize like, oh wait, yeah, you can be helpful.
Hello and welcome to Pretty Funny Business. I'm Lauren Aquilino.
I'm Sydney Mulligan.
And today we do have with us a guest for Volume 2 of our Is He Trash series, Alexander DeMoulin.
Hello.
Our bestie.
So good to be here.
Alexander, do you want to make an early prediction about whether or not we think you're going to be trash?
Yeah, like I really hope that you guys understand ICP and can get your main like personas down. So yeah, I am. I think that you think that I am.
In some ways, our ICP might be trash.
Listen.
How are we going to communicate that internally?
A pick list about
it
you.
Up into our Claude skill.
Trash.
Multi-select.
Multi-select.
It could be a checkbox.
Like add a detail field. We need some free text there.
If trash,
we're going to use a trash field to describe if someone is trash.
Extract from gong calls.
Reject reason.
Yeah.
Gong sponsor us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so full disclosure though, this is a little bit of a conflict of interest here because Alexander is a paying customer.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike pay to play.
Does that mean that Alexander's a Nepo baby or we're a Nepo baby? Are we all Nepo babies?
You, Alex.
I didn't hear it, so you're not in trouble yet. But
okay, I need to interrupt myself. I'm very hyper aware of this because I know 100% that your name is Alexander, like deep within my bones. Mm-hmm. You should know that I called our internal team member, Jamie. I called her Amy. Like it was just like a brain totally broke.
Yeah. She evolved that into 2 guns, Amy.
2 pistols.
2 pistols, Amy. That's what it was. Yeah. 2 pistols, Amy. It's more like a character.
A couple of months ago, I went to an event that Alexander's colleague was also going to be at, and I did not know this person. And so I texted Alexander ahead of time. This is going to be news to that person. And I was like, hey, I see that you have a colleague going to this event. It was Chili Palooza. Is he cool? And you were like, yeah, he's totally cool. And you're looking at me like,
so the only reason why this person is not cool is that his actual full name is Alexander, but he doesn't go by it. And I know that because there are certain software platforms like Coda that like dead name you and like show your government name no matter what.
Dead name.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Otherwise,
okay. So you're totally blowing my whole story because I ended up running into him at this event. And I said to him, hi, I'm Lauren. I'm with EMMIE. We work with your team. We work with Alex and the other person. I don't know if she wants to be named.
Kaye
and
can be named. I'm bringing Kaye into everything. We're going to drag her into the dirt.
I said, we work with Alex and Kaye. And as soon as I said it, I went,
Mistake.
No, his name is not Alex. It's Alexander. And this person said to me, you know, it's fine. I get it. My name is Alec. People call me Alex all the time. And I said, well, you guys at least have that in common. Mm-hmm. You are misnamed as Alex all the time.
Yeah. Okay, wait, but his name is Alexander?
It is fully Alexander.
And he goes by Alec?
He goes by Alec, yeah.
Wow.
Love you,
When
Alec.
I was in college, I had a friend who we were at a gathering of a bunch of our college friends, and she brought her new boyfriend. And
don't you hate it when they do that?
Yeah.
Like, his
name is Alex. His name is Alex.
Oh God, even worse.
But he was making a choice to instead go by Axel. And I was like, you know what? I've heard all I need to hear.
We don't get to bring boyfriends to events anymore. We're just no, we're not. No. Was he trash? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to talk a bit about how Alexander period, became a
How
client.
did you know my middle name?
Period. I like to think of Alexander because also I never remember how to pronounce your last name. So I like to think of you like Cher or Madonna, where you were just Alexander and that's all.
Yeah.
I feel like it's fitting.
I think I'm still like the only one at Finn, formerly known as Intercom, who's like when people say Alexander, I don't think, Fintercom. That's what I still want to call it in my, in my heart. Like I don't think there's anyone else who goes by like the full Alexander. So interesting.
It's unusual.
Yeah.
But I respect
and now
that.
they just
Beautiful.
wouldn't dare. So yeah.
That's your thing.
I just, you come on this podcast and your last name is DeMoulin and you're just like, American? Like,
like barely. I had, so the fun story behind that is like, I had I think a great grandfather, great, either 3 or 2 greats, something. And he was like French Canadian or like of some sort of extraction. And he had like one family with 9 children in St. Louis. And then one day ran away with the piano teacher and went to Canada. And like without getting a divorce, got married and had another family with like 8 other children. And I'm from that like second bigamous line. But it's funny because in St. Louis, like there is this, like marching band uniform company that like makes the majority of the marching band uniforms for like basically every college or whatever in the United States. And it's been around for like 150 years and they pronounce it like DeMoulin, I think, but it's like the DeMoulin Brothers Uniform Company. And there's like a Supreme Court IP, like intellectual property case from like 1914 that like established things. So like I do have roots, but those roots are trash.
Well,
check.
Trash begets trash.
Yeah. We're not really keeping the mystery here.
Okay. So
the rest of it is just like Pennsylvania German.
Oh, you're absolutely
You're
my
good company.
brother.
Yeah.
The 3 of us are related.
Right. Like not even like close enough to Pittsburgh to say it's from that area. It's from like an hour and
honey,
Blairsville.
Listen, I don't know how much I have.
I didn't know this was going to be an Ancestry.com perverts episode, but here we are.
By the end of the day, we'll have the 3 of us traced back to the Illig family.
Amazing.
Coming from twice. I think they had 2 of our, Anyway, all 3 of us are absolutely related to the Pennsylvania Germans. I would like for you maybe to tell the story of how you became a client because I know what happened in my heart, but I would like to kind of hear it from your point of view.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we primarily use you folks for campaign ops, but since we've become clients, like one of the best things is like, it feels like you guys are true extensions of our team. And so we've been able to give you projects and things that are just kind of like, I can't even begin to think about like having the bandwidth to untangle this problem. Can we give it to you as like a strategic project because you're familiar with our team, you're familiar how stuff works. So it's like, it's campaign ops plus all of these additional things that are just like really integral to making sure that we can support our marketing team as they are moving so extremely fast with all the changes. So we, I think it was like early mid 2025, right? Was it only a year ago? Oh my gosh.
It was only a year ago. I would also like to say we didn't pay him to say this. In fact, he paid us to say that.
No, I don't. I actually, like, is it embarrassing? I asked to come on this podcast, not because I'm a client, but because I'm like, they look like fun. Like, I want to hang out. Like, I actually just don't have friends. And I thought this was like fun. Like, no one will play Quiplash with me. So it's just this. No, so we were we were just deciding like it was time to evaluate, new vendors. And like, honestly, like I decided to reach out to Lauren because like you guys were funny. Like you're really funny. MQL. Yeah. And then I remembered like, oh my God, I got a shirt from you guys at the very first OG Mopsapalooza that said, why didn't this person MQL? And then I have no idea where it went.
Oh no, you lost it.
Yeah. Although like, I'm going to be perfectly honest. It was like an olive color that like didn't really work for me.
Not in your palette.
It's just,
That's okay. I'll make you a new one, baby. What do you want? Tell me your favorite color.
The whole thing. I was like, can I get another one of these? And Lauren was like, absolutely. What is your business email address? Or she probably asked for that too. And then
no. I said, what's your address?
Yeah, the actual, yeah. I said email address because it's ingrained in me because what's an address without it being an email address? Email capture. Yeah. And so I got it and it was great. And then I was like, oh, by the way, do you guys do campaign ops too? And she was like, yeah, we do. And then like I back-channeled a little bit. It sounds like some folks who were on our demand gen team had used you folks for some other projects at a previous company. And so we just like got you into the evaluation process. You know, we did like a folio. We had a couple other vendors who we're looking at. But like for us, what was really important is like, as you can see, like, as you guys are very aware, like working with us as clients, like we have been changing and moving so quickly, constantly over the last like 2 to 3 years, like in terms of like as things like, you know, the product strategy changes. And then of course, like further up funnel, like demand gen and brand and just the overall like evolution of the company has changed so much such that like as an ops team, like it required so much for us to support those teams constantly. And we had to make sure like this wasn't like a weird rickety process where we're like, we'll fill out the form and then like something will happen. Like we had to make sure that this team was truly partners who understood the world, who had done this stuff before. And, you know, I have a pretty lean team. So like that they could work directly with all of our stakeholders, and really just like understand their business, understand the why, be in time zone with them. And that's absolutely like, that's what we got. And so it's been phenomenal. Like also like we have a lot of fun, which is absolutely necessary because work is really hard. Work at this kind of a company is really hard. Like we've had a pretty successful recent outcome and that's great, but it is because we have been working our asses off. And totally. I'm someone personally where like, if I couldn't have fun at work, like I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't work there. I would like, it's not worth it. And if work were boring and hard, absolutely not. No, not going to do it. Not for me.
Pick one. I liked how you said recent outcome.
Like I gave birth, but don't want to talk about it. Like I had a recent outcome.
So
recent outcome, it was a newsletter.
Yeah. Finn formerly known as Intercom, recently acquired by Salesforce.
Yes.
So now it's Fintercom, a Salesforce company.
Yeah. We just announced about 3 weeks ago that Salesforce signed I think it's a definitive agreement is the term to acquire us. So yeah, like we're still very much our own company. But we're just super excited to join that family
so
for
awesome, man.
The next step. Yeah.
That's the dream, right? Like you go work at a startup and there's all these hopes and dreams spun around and you hope that one of them comes true someday. Right. I'm so happy that it's happening
like
for you.
Children. Like you hope that one of them does something worthwhile.
Exactly. That's why I have 3.
Good.
Listen, have a few spares in there.
Got to diversify your portfolio, you know?
100%. Listen, have the index funds of offspring. So, yeah. No, I think for us especially, like it was a really interesting journey. I mean, you folks have, you've been around the block for a while, in this SaaS.
Just call us old.
Yeah. Listen, like we are all perimenopausal here. I get it. But like we've been in this SaaS world since like, I would say like just after the recession. And so like we've been riding a wave. We've been like through all of these things and like, SaaS is different now. Like there's like a doomer LinkedIn post by some loser every single day who like talks about how they like vibe coded into it. And now like SaaS is dead. And the thing about Intercom is that like we were like a big successful SaaS darling. And when I joined in almost 5 years ago, September 2021, like we were almost as big as we are now. And for us, this wasn't just like a small startup where we were like, how do we figure things out and like build things and scale and like move really quickly? Like what we really had to do was kind of turn around the Titanic. And so that required so many different things, like a cultural shift and a way of working shift. And like for me personally, it was actually like like we had a big reset, like late 2022. Owen, our CEO and founder, he came back as CEO. We went through a lot of changes. Like we reoriented to just go all in on Finn. Like that was a big bet. That our leadership made. But personally speaking, like that first year at Intercom, like we had a lot of people who had come from much bigger software companies. Like to me, it looked like they were absolutely talking the talk. It seemed like they were walking the walk. I felt so out of place. Like I was this scrappy person who'd always worked at startups where it's like, okay, let's get something good enough. Let's iterate. Let's move forward. And that wasn't the environment. That wasn't the vibe at Intercom. And I felt so out of place and weird. And interestingly enough, like the culture and like the shift that we made was actually moving towards a company that was much more in my comfort zone, where like I do actually believe one of the values here is like it's very much like we don't care who you are, we don't care like what you think or any of these things. Like, are you willing to work hard and turn this into like a really cool company, and we're going to just cut this entire thing. So I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but, anyway,
check in again a year from now.
Exactly. 100%. No, I will say like to go back to the idea of like having fun at work, which may or may not have been something you brought up, and I'm going to pretend that it is like, I feel like my personal philosophy has always just been like, like I take my work really seriously, but not myself. And like, that's key to like, if
that's literally on our website. Perfect. No, I think it's, well, especially in an ops role. Cause when you guys think about it, like this is a diplomatic post. Like we have to connect the dots between so many different teams and like try to drive compromise. And like, I'm not Hillary Clinton. Like I can't do this with professionalism 100% of the time. Like, and for me, the language or like 10% of the time. So like for me, I have to stick with like what works for me, which is my sense of humor, kind of just being like, let's just chill out and like chat. And like, we're all people. And like, this is insane. What are we even trying to do? Okay, let's agree on like trying this. Like this sounds good enough. LOL. Like let's chat a little bit. Great. Let's make this work. Cool. Move forward. That's worked really well for us as a team. Just kind of developing these relationships, keeping things pretty casual. Because otherwise we're going to go insane.
I know. You know what we call that, right?
What?
Personality hire.
It's our marketing theme of the year.
I saw
you can't have a whole team of personality hires.
I literally saw that on a Hinge profile. Someone was like, personality hire. And I was like, I like him. He hasn't matched with me yet. Whatever.
If your marketing tech stack is basically a haunted house of random automations and abandoned Salesforce fields, marketingops.com is your new happy place. Templates, advice, a job board that doesn't suck, and a community of humans who get it. Honestly, it's like therapy, but cheaper. Sign up with code PFB10 for 10% off paid membership. Your stressed out marketing ops self will thank you.
So you talked about the culture of Intercom, a Salesforce company. What part of the culture do you think is aligned with the thong bodysuit?
Yeah.
From EMMIE Collective that you requested?
So to dive in a little bit more specifically to this LinkedIn post we originally got.
The DMs.
A post. Yeah, you didn't put this in.
I mean, I might.
This was private.
Just between you and
But I think what Sydney and I were kind of thinking through is like, based on this conversation that we're having and the DM I got, what were the attribution criteria and fields we would fill in and or UTM?
What was your UTM string? What was your multi-touch attribution journey?
My MTA.
So when you
we're going to say first touch was the first Mopsapalooza booth.
Mm-hmm.
Which was, by the way, we'll share a picture.
Actually, do you guys want to know something? It was that immeasurable word of mouth, because do you know Daddy Jeff Shearer? He knows.
Of course I know Daddy Jeff Shearer.
Yes.
Jeff Shearer hired us at Intercom to do a GA4 migration.
That's right.
A long time ago.
Okay, love you,
Which is
miss
part
you,
of why it was easy for us to get set up because we were already vendors.
Listen, listen. So, okay, I didn't even know that. So, like, maybe I should have done more homework. But, oh wait, no, I did know that.
You knew that.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah. So it was actually because that's the thing. Like, the Whisper network is powerful, and we go to it, and we listen to it, and we care about the reputation. Mm-hmm. So you guys were already like, okay, approved that way.
Vibes-based approval.
But as we know, we can never actually put a dollar amount to that because we cannot tell you how much money came in from that billboard.
No.
So, yeah.
You know, let me tell you a secret about EMMIE that's not a secret. We don't have a marketing automation platform and we don't have a real CRM. We do largely brand marketing and we have Airtable as our CRM.
Yeah.
I mean, amazing.
Like for a crew of people who have a history, unfortunately, of growing up in SaaS and B2B marketing and sales, we operate very opposite.
No, I think
cobbler's kids never have shoes.
I think about this a lot. Like when, like I'm working at a large legacy, like 16-year-old formerly SaaS company, and like, now that we can vibe code point solutions, and it's actually a lot easier to just buy or even create a solution that's specifically what we want. If I were at a newer, like 50-person startup or something, like the default is not, I'm going to buy a marketing automation platform. Like I actually don't think a marketing automation platform is a necessary thing anymore. I think it was it served a purpose, and the fact that it like enabled not super technical marketers to actually just do digital marketing at scale. But now, like the way that we think about our current instance is just like, we've actually started to move so many things out of our marketing automation platform and like into essentially like Snowflake, and the database is like our central hub. And so there are transformations and kind of code-based things that are happening to the point where like we still have forms, we still have like the email sending capability, we still have like quite a lot of like the like trigger and, you know, time-based, like if this is true, then do these things, which I think is still very valuable, you know, for a non-coder to do. But we're trying to get it down to this point where it's just like when we can actually make the move, and I don't think the move is actually going to be another marketing automation platform. We've like excised out anything that doesn't absolutely need to be there. And then we can be a little bit more thoughtful about like what would truly replace the functionality that's been in a traditional marketing automation platform.
And maybe is it just better marketing? Like not so many nurtures?
I agree with you, but I think that a lot of people are taking this a little too far. And are like, let me just vibe code my own thing.
You know what we call those?
People who are creating
perverts.
job
AI
security
perverts.
for us because they're going to create messes that are going to require
oh my gosh, look, I just
people to come back.
I vibe coded Clay. Now I don't have to pay for Clay. I'm like, well, you know what I like about
unemployment office is what you did, but like go off, sis.
I like paying for Clay because I'm not paying for the software. I'm paying for all the people that maintain the software. And otherwise that's me.
Yeah.
I'm not interested. It sounds interesting. I'm not interested.
Yeah. No, thank you. Wait, I'm sorry. I totally talked over both of you when you said, you know what we call that? And I was like, I don't, but I'm going to keep talking.
You never heard AI perverts.
That's what we call them.
Yeah.
AI perverts.
Yeah, it's just like
he's like, wow, I didn't know we were going to say perverts so many times on this podcast.
No, but I love it. Like I think
that was the first
listened to this podcast, and some of the nerch that the nerch. Oh my god, I need to get out of this line of work.
The nerch. Is that what we're start calling nurtures? The nerch.
We actually called that. Yeah, we said we wanted to have like big nerch or something as like a
big nerch.
Kaya, you need to remind me we were talking about that, like something with like nerch. But the merch, one of the t-shirts for the merch said pervert for nuance, and I really wanted to get it, but someone was like, you probably like shouldn't. Like, I get what it's talking about. Like, oh, I love like nuance, like thinking about it. It's like, yeah, don't wear a shirt that says pervert on it at all. Like, you just don't do that.
I disagree.
Yeah.
Respectfully disagree.
Yeah. We were in DC last week, and we were talking a bit about AI perverts, and Sydney had to question whether or not we could talk about perverts in DC at all.
Know your audience.
So speaking of Clay, you obviously are a big fan of them.
Absolutely.
You did tell me that they sent you a branded thong leotard, but it was full ass coverage.
Yeah. Not thong. It was just a leotard.
And then you said, which I would like to put on our merch, not Nurch, cheeks out or don't bother.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I absolutely love Clay. This is actually hilarious because I've kind of created this as like the ultimate branded swag challenge. Clay are the ones that came closest because they gave me an actual full-on leotard. But unfortunately it had full cheek coverage because like apparently like this is like
it's difficult.
Yeah, it is.
Unfortunately, a lot of merchandise vendors do not have blanks of thong leotards. And I think that that's something that we should be disrupting.
Seriously.
Listen, femininity in merch is totally off.
Yeah.
You need to know. I tried very hard. So are
these companies run by the Ayatollah? Like, I don't understand.
I could not get ruffle socks. Like, I think socks giveaways are so sexist because they're all men's suit socks.
Ew, and they're even ugly for men. They're for like ugly men.
Not for you, obviously. And so I was like, no, I'm doing ruffle socks. And I went to like the socks vendor and they were like, yeah, we can do it. And then at the last minute, they were like, oh no, we actually don't have ruffle socks. And I was like, what?
Then I don't want any socks at all. Ruffle socks or get out of here.
Yeah. Ruffle socks or don't bother.
Yeah. RSODB.
So anyway, me and Sydney's next life.
ADHD lastminutesocks.com.
This is actually hilarious though, because I went on like, so Clay's the first. The challenge is still open. I told Demand Base about this and Chris, I forget his last name, but he was like, no, we're going to make this happen. You still haven't made it happen, Chris. So I don't know what's going on.
You know what? Neither have we. So that's on us.
I said I looked and our supplier only has swimsuits. So I already knew not good enough.
Yeah.
Like I knew like, I can't send that.
And then Go Nimbly, of course. Although Go Nimbly has given me some amazing things. Like I have a mug that says Stressica Jessica on it. Because so have we talked about this like stakeholder personas or whatever? Like actually I shouldn't say stakeholder personas because we love all of our stakeholders, but like internally within mobs, like there are people who are sometimes Stressica Simpson. You know, when they're very stressed out. And then I
know a few of those.
Penelope Cruz, who's just got that frenetic energy all the time. And then when they really need it right now, it's Thirstina Aguilera. So we expand out these personas to make sure it's like easier and more playful for us to understand, who we're working with.
It's like, okay, Thirstina.
Yeah.
I'm thinking through the ways that we could possibly rename some of our internal personas to just make our one straight cis white man so uncomfortable.
So this is the thing I realized, like I have these two channels that have kind of become these two like private Slack channels that have become kind of the nexus of where we discuss like kind of the MOPS plus like analytics nexus of our inbound and outbound funnels, and one's called MQL girls and one's called outbound girls, except now like they've grown because it's been like where the like real conversation is. So there are a lot of like straight men in it. But it's just like,
you can identify as an MQL.
Exactly.
Girl.
And I keep worrying. And then I'm like, you know what? No, like you're in this community. We are inclusive. Yeah. We are MQL girls and we solve so many problems in that channel that I don't even care. We are MQL girls. Shout out to Christina, my data scientist who runs our lead scoring model, which is phenomenal. I love you, Christina.
What an angel.
Mm-hmm.
We recently were hanging out with a friend and colleague of ours, Tyron Pretorius. He's an AI pervert, if I must say. He wouldn't like me to call him that. But he was added to a group chat called Daughters of EMMIE. And it reminded me so much. I don't know. I know Sydney doesn't watch it. And I'm really going to be sad if you have never seen it either. But it reminded me so much of Dairy Girls. And yeah. And how James, the cousin, is just like also a Dairy Girl.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, no, we're in it. We're in this
like
together.
Straight, right?
Yep.
Oh, God, yeah.
And he goes to the all-girls school with them, and he's just like...
Oh, yeah, and that part, too.
It's so good. Just so good. So, You're right. We had to be guys for so long, we're girls now. So that's that.
Yeah. Big feminine energy.
We sponsored a tech walk in New York at the beginning of June, and I made stickers that said Hot Girl Tech Walk. And I would like to say that I didn't make the stickers. I tried to make the stickers, and Lauren was personally offended by them, so she remade them before I sent them to ADHD last minute, same day delivery, NewYorkStickers.com. And I did have to disclose as I was handing them out, there were some men who felt that perhaps they shouldn't take a sticker. And I told them that hot girl is an inclusive state of mind.
It's an idea.
It's a mentality.
Absolutely. No, like one of the things that we come up with like our target accounts, and there's like the hot list, and like the way that I describe it is just like, these are the hot girls of the scene. And like that actually makes a lot of sense. Like people understand what I'm talking about when I say that. So
totally.
I did look at your LinkedIn profile before we started this and stalked you a little bit. And I just linked in the same way I'm an Ancestry.com pervert.
Yeah.
I did look at your LinkedIn profile.
can you talk about how I got fired from 2 sales jobs in a row?
Oh, yes.
I go for
That's
it.
not where we were going, but I'd like to detour.
What'd you do, babe? Let's say more.
Couldn't hit my fucking quota. No, that was my experience.
Sounds like the quota is the problem.
Yeah, so I'd love to think so. No, I have this like deep fear of inconveniencing people, and that's the job.
That's tough when you're cold calling because your job is to inconvenience people.
That's the job until they realize like, oh wait, yeah, you can be helpful. Yeah, no, that like I got started in sales, and I was actually like an AE, and then got fired from that. And then I was like, well, maybe it'll be easier for me to be an SDR. And then I was an SDR at a different company, lasted a little bit longer. But yeah, no, then got fired from that. And that's when I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm going to doing. So I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to move into my mom's unfinished basement back in my hometown of Portland. And like, maybe I'll go back to school for nursing. I don't. But then I did get like
a bad place.
I actually saw this really funny comedian on Instagram that was like, there's a huge nursing shortage. So we think that now you need to explain your job to a normal person. And if they don't understand what it is, you have to go be a nurse.
I love that.
If you're like a digital transformation AI native engineer, be like, fuck you, you're going to go be a nurse.
No, you're not. No one. And you know what? Claude is that now. So
yeah, we replaced you with Claude, so go be a nurse.
Get to phlebotomy class. No, and then I ended up getting like a $15 an hour, like temporary internship kind of situation thing at this company, like one of the few software companies in Portland called Smarsh. Which was, yeah.
Sounds like Nurch.
Could use a rebrand.
Oh my God, I ran the Nurch at Smarsh. I ran the Smarsh Nurch. I ran the Smirch. I got smirched.
The name is not amazing.
You know what?
They do amazing work.
I get it. It's not for me. It's not for me. That place was transformative. It was like, we all have the place that's our sandbox. And like my first day, like totally. Shout out to Jared, my very first boss with whom I'm still close, who was like, here's a Pardot instance. It's kind of gross. Like, have fun.
It is Pardot after all.
I loved it. That was the stuff I loved doing, and I like set it all
Maybe that's
up.
The only way to love Pardot is if you don't know any better.
Or like your other option is to go to nursing school.
It's time for your blood pathogen certification or
die.
Yeah. Do you want to throw out your back lifting someone, or do you want to like throw out your...
You want to wipe asses?
Or do you want to wipe data?
Nursing school could make Pardot look pretty good.
ICP. Yeah. ICP.
Oh my God. Intensive care patient or...
Okay, Lauren, what did you actually find on Alexander's LinkedIn that you wish to discuss?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
No, I want to know, is there like a word in there? Do I accidentally like say something?
No. You say GTM Ops FN doing wacky things. Mm-hmm. But then you have a little bit of a artifact, not a Claude artifact, a ancient artifact.
Oh my God.
Which is a recommendation from a colleague who calls you fastidious with an eye for process. Like, is that the same guy we're talking to right now?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I know it.
Yeah.
Yes. The other thing that, and this is what I mean about a personality hire. I don't mean it in the traditional sense. I mean, you got to be all of it because you got to be technical and you got to have the personality because AI has lowered the bar on technology, right? So you have to be the 100%. Whole package.
Can you talk to a person? Can you come to an agreement?
The bar's never been lower.
It's not. Yeah.
So actually part of our inspiration for this series was a presentation that you have been doing called Are You Trash? I think that's the name of the presentation. Or it's at least one of the main slides that you show.
It's about my journey trying to figure out our ICP and like trying to figure out as a single person getting from 0 to 1, like how can we deliver a good list of accounts for sales to call that they won't immediately be like, the fuck is this?
So some inspiration for this series is the Giggly Squad podcast. They did a live tour a couple of years ago that I went to, and they bring on stage a man and then in front of all of the non-men say, is he trash or is he not?
My ex here.
And I
to bring him on.
Thought it was so funny. Like I really wanted to do it. And so when we thought about like, maybe we could do it. And then I saw your post and I saw your presentation and I was like, yes, we couldn't. If Alexander can
trash,
do it
and we must
Alexander can do it, then we can bring him on and he can defend himself or define himself however he wants to on this. What gives you the confidence to do a presentation called Is He Trash on stage?
So I think that's something that I always try to, I feel like I'm becoming kind of a broken record, but it's really important for me. And I think part of this, if I were to take like kind of like a tiny bit of a high road on this whole idea, which is really, really hard for me. It's like the way that I'm connecting this is actually around imposter syndrome. And it's actually around the fact that like we talked about this, like there's kind of this archetype that a lot of us didn't fit into, which is like the type of person that just does well in business and who has this natural sense of confidence. And I think especially when you're in a role like ops where like there literally will never be a world where not even 100% of things are like going really well and like the machine is running perfectly, maybe even 70 to 80% is unattainable. And so there's like perpetually all these things where you're like, oh my God, like, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I am figuring things out as I go. Like this is all smoke and mirrors. I don't know what I'm doing. And I think if you're not someone who looks like that background, like reminds me of when I was in college, like I was on like a full ride, like full scholarship and all of these kids who had come from like really fancy prep schools and stuff. And like, that's like where it all started. I was like, I'm not one of these people. They all know it. They can all figure it out. And I think the hardest part is really figuring out like, how much of myself can I actually be? And like when you add that on top of kind of the imposter syndrome that anyone who wants to perform well at work has, it's really tough. It is really, really hard. And so I think for me, what I've really lent into is the fact that like, you know what? Like I feels like I've kind of fallen up the stairs in my career. Like if you told me at like 22, like this is the life and the job that you're going to have, when you're 35, like I would be astounded. Like I would be so shocked and so surprised. And a big part of that is that like, I've actually leaned into the failure. I've leaned into the like, I don't actually know what the fuck I'm doing. And like when I talk to other people in the ops world and where I'm just like, hey, like I make mistakes all the time. I try to be honest about them. I try to learn from them and like still like keep trust and make sure that bad news travels faster than good news and all of those things. But like, no, there's no world. And I think like the majority of like, like influencers or these people who are trying to build brands for themselves on LinkedIn, like, I don't know if they are talking about like their failures. It's in such a canned kind of like still like very like PR, like,
like, let me tell you my greatest weakness. I care too much. I try too hard.
Seriously. Like, or just, like, it's just this like really, really noxious, like virtue signaling that's not actually helpful for people. And I think for me, the biggest thing has just been like, I absolutely want to share with people the fact that like, do you like, okay, great. You're seeing like, and I think it's like, I talk to Clay about this all the time because like, I think a lot of people are seeing these like, independent consultants and stuff who are kind of like in a contained environment, building these really cool things within Clay and like sharing them on LinkedIn. Except you're not actually going to run that at like a 2,000 person legacy business. No way.
Right.
And so the people that I'm talking to, they're like, they feel so far behind and they're like, I'm just trying to like get to like a basic sense of like data cleanliness. And I will say one of my absolute favorite things, like the soapbox, the high horse, like that high horse is now wearing like platform heels, is the fact that data quality is now more important than ever. So dirty data, dirty pipe. I've been saying that since 2015. Now that AI is going to take that pipe and grease it up.
That's what she said. And now it's very obvious, right?
Yeah.
Like we've been saying it and you kind of could sweep it under the rug.
Exactly. So going back to it, it's like, so like that's, I'm like, you know what? That's like, I'm going to share my story. This is the story that I've shared when people ask me like, you know, like recent college grads or like people who want to pivot their career. I'm like, mine is literally just like a story of learning from failure. And like in my job every single day, it is like, I'm messing up. I don't know what I'm doing. And I think what really resonated with folks is the fact that I shared I shared at both Clay's Sculpt conference and at Go Nimblies. And it was the similar story of kind of like how Clay was this tool that enabled me as a single person to build a prototype. But what I really walked through was not so much like these are the features that helped me, but like this is the mindset I had. Like this is how I messed this up like 3 times in a row and destroyed trust with the sales team and thought I was like irredeemable and thought like they all thought I was a huge idiot and they all hated me and they didn't even want me to try this again, which was not true. And I had to not listen to those voices. And I know that a lot of us have those. And so I walked through like, okay, my goal is to get from 0 to 1. My goal is to build a prototype that I know will work, because what was most important was building back that trust. And so I walked through like how I thought about that, how a big part of this was just talking to the people whose jobs I was trying to help, like talking to the people, again, the people doing this job that I had tried to do twice and got fired from. Like,
you knew.
Exactly. I happen to know your job's really hard because I got fired twice.
Do it. I got flushed down the toilet twice. Like, listen, I
actually saw your presentation, Alexander, at RevOps AF, I think last year that you did it. And to be honest with you, like I remember you showing really cool technical stuff that you did, but what I remember taking away is like you saying you went back to the team so many times and asked like, is this working? Yeah. Is this what you want? Yeah. Does this feel right?
Exactly.
And like,
I think that's
personality hire.
Yeah, it's the connective tissue. It's the fact AI can do so much of this stuff. And I think, yeah, exactly. Like, should we all just do?
We're not saying connective tissue. Yeah, that's a bad word.
Like
this is connective tissue.
The church. Here's the steeple. Open the door and see all the connective tissue that's making marketing operations work in a modern business.
Disgusting. That was disgusting. You're fired.
It's disgusting. I am fired. No, because like at the end of the day, like I don't know. Like maybe there will be a world where like AI is running every single business, and then we're all just like poor and dead. Okay, great. Yeah, that might happen. And if that happens, then great. I'm going to die. Like, I'm not going to worry about that. I think what's much more likely is the fact that like, okay, AI will enable humans like to have at their fingertips the ability to do all of these things. And so more of our jobs are going to be talking to the other humans who also have the tools. So all the information's at our fingertips, all the automation, all the stuff that we can do. But I still fundamentally believe like business is going to be run by humans that now have like radically more productivity. And I think in the next 5, possibly 10 years, we're still figuring out, like, it's like the internet. Remember when there was like the internet and then a .com boom? And I'm sure there were plenty of people who were just like, yeah, we're never going to use the internet for business again. That was stupid. And now those people are probably dead. So we're in this place where like, yeah, we're figuring it out, but like, I don't know. I've gone on like 36 different tangents here, but like going back to like, is he trash? Can we actually do this? Like, yes, lean into it, because at the end of the day, operators
be trash,
be unafraid. And I feel like there actually has been this kind of shift in the overall conversation. Like things are just like the register has been lowered a little bit where it's a little bit more casual. Like I think companies like Clay are really great with the branding where it's like, we're literally just having fun. Like we're having fun. We're working our asses off, but like we're just people and we bring our personalities to work. I think that's something Intercom, Fintercom, something Fin has actually done really well is like, we're like, be whoever you want. Because exactly how I am on this call with you is how I am at work. I can't really turn this off. I can't code switch. It's just not something I can do. So we just gotta celebrate, like, be whoever you are. Bring that attitude. Bring that like different perspective. But work.
It's probably more important now than ever with AI, right? Like AI can't be our brand of trash.
No,
like it really can't.
No.
Like I've prompted Claude, be trashier and be trashier.
No. It's.
I think the lesson here is that Alexander is trash, and so are you, and you should feel free to be trash
and lean into it.
Lean into the trash.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Alexander, it was wonderful to have you. I was incredibly excited to have you on this podcast. You were everything I had hoped and dreamed. I hope we stay friends forever.
Oh, yeah.
And as Sydney said, is Alexander trash? Absolutely he is. And it's what we love about him.
Oh my God. You know what? I have something to say. Both of you are trash too.
Thank you.
Good luck out there, little podcast.